And now, around the world and around the corner, it's the David Bowers Awards, bringing the best in indie music to millions of listeners worldwide with your host, the David Bowers. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests, as well as our engineer extraordinaire, Nick the Geek, our entire crew here at the Asylum, and me. I'm John Bon Jovial. And now, here's the voice of indie music, the David Bowers.
The legendary John Bon Jovial. Thank you so much for that eloquent introduction. You do that so well, and you always do it.
I do, don't I?
You always do it with the same mouth. I've noticed that. You never once change.
And it's a very unique talent that I have.
Yes, and fortunately it is unique. Let's keep it that way. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so happy to be back with you again after that little sabbatical. And I can tell you that the rumors of COVID-19 being a joke are not true. It is very real. And it also has very different strains out there, and different people react differently. It hits people differently, and you have different symptoms. I know in my case, I had all of the body aches. I had a little bit of the sniffles. I did not get the fever, but I did get sick. Let me tell you, as a matter of fact, I spent 4 or 5 days at the local Hilton Hospital here, and they were glad to get rid of me, as I was glad to get out of there. And well, anyway, we're back here. We've got more music, madness, and some great talent to talk to. As a matter of fact, today we could rename this the Smith Show, because everybody on here is named Smith today, except for a legendary John Bon Jovial and yours truly. So let's start it off with something that isn't Smith, but I think you're going to like. They call themselves Ten Penny Gypsy, and here they are.
Lead me over the line, take me to find some distant shore. Lead me over the line, lonesome no more. Let me in from the rain, back to that same wide open door. Let me in from the rain, lonesome no more. Lonesome no more. Shine a light down the darkened way. Lonesome no more. Maybe someday. Fighting for. Turn me ever around, lonesome no more. Tell me time and again, the darkness will end just like before. Tell me time and again, lonesome no more. Lonesome no more. Shine a light down the darkened way. Lonesome no more. Maybe someday.
Maybe Someday. That's Lonesome No More. They call themselves Ten Penny Gypsy, and that's from an album that came out in July, actually. But I wanted to include them here because they are gathering a lot of speed, and they're getting a lot of notice. It's an Americana group out of Little Rock, Arkansas, and they have a really hot album. If you like their sound, check it out. It's called Fugitive Heart, and the group is Ten Penny Gypsy. I think you're going to really like them. If you like that song, I know you're going to like them, and I think we're going to be hearing a lot more from them. What about you, John Bon Jovial?
Yeah, I liked the style of it, but I like that particular style of country music. It's just such a smooth and folky feel to it. And so I think that if this is representative of their new record, then, yeah, I know that I would like it very much. But I want to get away from that for just a second and just to let you know that, you and I have known each other, about 45 years?
Yeah, somewhere around that.
Yeah, and, when I found out, when you told me that both you and Sandy caught the coronavirus, I was so scared for you and so worried sick about you.
Well, I was a little worried myself.
So grateful that you've recovered and that you're okay. And you're my friend, and I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Well, I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I was a little bit worried myself, and that played on my nerves a little bit. But we made it. We got through it. And I remember the day that I was being discharged, and the doctor came to give me that last once over, and he looked at me and he said, "Mr. Bowers, you beat the COVID." And I was a little skeptical. I was really excited as all heck, but I was holding that little bit of skepticism. I was like, okay, I'll check back with you in a week just to be sure. But yes, it's good to be by that, and we are very thankful for that. We're also thankful for you, our listeners, for our friends at WRFZ FM 106.3, Rochester Free Radio in Rochester, New York, who carry our show, and also for Mary Perry, who underwrites the show on Rochester Free Radio. We thank you so much, Mary, and we look forward to a long time on working with you. You've been wonderful to us. We want to thank you. We want to thank as well our friends at Rochester Free Radio, as I said, and also over at the House of Guitars in Rochester, New York, because they have this thing about our show where they listen to us and pipe us through the store and out onto the street and everything, and we're really, really happy about that. I want to take a moment for our The David Bowers Award of the Week, and we want to do two of them real quick, like right here. One is to you, our listeners, for your dedication, for always coming back and listening to our show and making it possible, really, because without you, we wouldn't be here. And also for all of the wishes and notes and messages that I've received from you during my recent little sabbatical. I want to thank you so much for all the kind thoughts and prayers that really, really meant an awful lot to me, and I do appreciate each and every one of them. And the other award I want to include here, and we are squeezing for time because I want to get to the show, but I want to issue a The David Bowers Award to one of our more frequent visitors, and that would be Nikki Chris. And the delightful and talented young lady has just started her own radio show. She has a show now on Word of Mom Radio. It's a monthly show, and it's called Mixing It with Nikki Chris. And she supports independent women in the music and entertainment industry. You can learn more about this monthly radio segment, and it will be coming up. The next time will be the next Monday. It would be Monday the 12th, and that's a couple of days away from the initial broadcast of this show. Look for it. Second Monday of each month, you'll find her online at Word of Mom Radio. Her name is Nikki Chris, and her show is Mixing It with Nikki Chris. Right now, we got to mix it with some music because we got a big show today, and we have all these Smiths to introduce. And here's the first one. He goes by the name of Grant Maloy Smith. This is, I Reckon.
I did my homework every night. I've been to college once or twice. The light, the sharpest knife in the kitchen drawer. And every time I went astray, I always heard my daddy say, boy, you can't forget the work you were put here for. Wiser men than me should preach, so I got something I can teach. These are things that I found. Time just passing them all down. There's a kinder word to say, a better way to pray, I reckon. There's hope in every smile, love in every child, I reckon. The higher up you climb, the bigger hills you find, I reckon. This is what my daddy said, I reckon. Got a job and I bought a truck. I found a girl who shook me up. Oh, it turned those bricks into a loving home. Bills call, babies cry. We make up after every fight. My dad says life ain't like a TV show. Wiser men than me should preach. So I got something I can teach. These are things that I found. I'm just passing them all down. There's a kinder word to say, a better way to pray, I reckon. There's hope in every smile, love in every child, I reckon. The higher up you climb, the bigger hills you find, I reckon. This is what my daddy said, I reckon. Got a boy, he's 23. He finally opened up to me. He told me, Dad, I need a word or two. I had faith, but I turned it in. It's hard to be in my own kid. I lie awake and wonder what to do.
Mr. Grant Maloy Smith, I reckon he is standing by and waiting to talk to us. Hello, Grant. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you all doing?
We're doing a lot better than we were a couple of months ago at this time, I'll tell you. And we're
I'm
so happy you're able to be here with us today. It's I know we had to postpone this once already, and it's good that we're finally getting to talk because it has been a while. That's a great song, a powerful song. Did you write that yourself?
Yes, sir. I write all my own songs.